before we really get into Five Nights at Freddy's 2, I think we do want to. We should talk a little bit about the first movie. Because this is one very famously, you, Ryan, I think specifically, I've badgered you about this. We've talked about Five Nights at Freddy's a lot on this show. And you hadn't seen the first movie.
No.
For years. You just completely skipped out on it. You just watched a bunch of like video essays and Ending Explained.
Okay, I didn't watch the video essay. It was like a popular movie. Everyone tweeted about it, so it was hard not to know everything that happened in it.
Okay, all right.
I think I watched like the LS Mark video on it. I think that's like the only one.
Okay.
There you go. Confirmed.
I guess that's the one to see.
Yeah, that's the one. I don't even know what he said about it. I just remember watching it like in the car one day on the way to work.
Yeah, just background noise. That's all YouTubers are good for.
No! Everyone go, stop watching this right now and go watch like a Nintendo video and like glue your eyes to the screen and don't tab out ever. I owe it to him. I had not seen it until last night. I finally saw it. Me, you, Rosa.
I forced you to watch.
I was there.
Strap you to a chair to force you to watch it, pretty much.
You weren't there to strap her to the chair. Shut up.
No, I was. You don't know the I had like a private conversation with her because she was being like, what was it? You said that you couldn't watch it unless you're watching with Bizabizao. And I was like, we're about to talk about the second movie. You need at least like something to latch onto conversation wise. You're like, oh, but I can't really like talk to Bizabizao. I'm like scared. And it's like you were trapping yourself in a situation that forced you to never see the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, and I caught you. I got you. I had to orchestrate like a scheduled event to get you to watch this movie.
And you were late.
Well,
what's the problem? The movie is good.
I've already seen it. Yeah, Ramen, you like the movie, right?
I love the first FNAF movie.
What do you think about FNAF in general? Actually, do people know how big of a fan you are? You're Mr. Cawthon's biggest soldier, right?
You love that? The man himself?
Unfortunately.
You'll be there for anything Mr. Cawthon is ready to put his money to, right?
I mean, he kind of made me, so I kind of have to be. I don't really like, I like it, but
No, of course.
Like, hi, Charlie Kirk.
But yeah, I mean, I saw the first movie when it came out. I watched it with my neighbor insisted that I take her 14-year-old son to see it.
Oh my god!
So I saw it with him, and that's kind of the best way to see it too. Like he really loved it.
That might be
I think my broad review of the first Five Nights movie is, I think it was I was a little surprised. Not surprised. I was glad to see like it was competently made, I think. That's one thing I'll give to it. I think it's a pretty decent kind of like more kid-focused horror movie, which I think is interesting. I feel like we don't get a lot of those anymore. I think that kind of used to be a niche that you could get some movies for every now and then. Like I know in the 80s, like Gremlins, I think is probably the most famous example of kind of like a scary movie, but it's also you're kind of meant to see it with the family.
Okay.
Yeah, Jack Frost.
Jack Frost.
I'm the only one that's seen that dog shit movie.
Are you talking about the one with God, what's his name? Beetlejuice? Why can't I remember Michael Keaton?
Oh, yeah,
I
know this. I looked it up. I recognize this immediately.
That one?
Like a real ass guy on the snowman's face.
Because I know there was another Jack Frost movie where he was like killing people, and that's a completely different movie that came out at the same time with the same title.
Yeah, and I remember I used to go to the video rental store, and they used to have both things next to each other, and I got so confused.
Right, that's kind of like deep.
That's such an old fucking thing to say.
No,
I was at Blockbuster.
I live near one of those. So I used to go pretty frequently to a Blockbuster as a child.
Man, I'm just.
I owned the N64 when it first came out.
Let's all get depressed.
Yeah, let's watch this nostalgically about like a world that we can't return to, or whatever.
Let's all get TikTok about it with like the text to speech voice.
Yeah.
When I went out to buy beer, they asked me for my ID, so I'm feeling young.
You always are talking about how your back hurts, and you want everyone to know how old you are at all times. Don't start this like I'm young at heart crap.
So I wanted to say,
well, maybe my back hurt less.
I wanted to say the FNAF movie. I think I was in an interesting spot to watch this because I would say I'm not really a FNAF fan, but I also know what happens like the entirety from the first game to like the pizza simulator. Like I know like what happens in it. So like I have an idea of it.
Even the pregnancy?
Even the what?
The pregnancy.
No, that's in the book. No, I don't care. No, so I have like an idea. So like I it was kind of interesting watching this because I was thinking like, okay, I know what some of this stuff means, but I have to wonder, like, if you're not like a FNAF fan or you didn't have a FNAF fan watching with you, how like if you'd be like confused by some things. Like it's called like Five Nights at Freddy's. Like Freddy himself, like, isn't really like the main villain of the movie or anything. And the big thing I think about is, like, I have to wonder how many moms saw this and didn't know what, like, Golden Freddy was. Because, like, he's called Golden Freddy. He's not really explained in the movie. He doesn't, like, symbolize anything specifically. And, like, color-wise, he's, like, not that different looking from regular Freddy in the movie. So I always, like, wonder, like, did, like, moms see this? And, like, were they, like, confused? Like,
nah, I think they cleared it up pretty well when they had the little ghost kid say, "Not Freddy."
not Freddy. That's my favorite line in the movie. It's not Freddy.
I'm pretty sure all the moms that took their kids to see this movie were like zoned out on Lexapro. They didn't really care.
Yeah, that's fair. No, Steve, you are right.
Remember.
You are right about that PG-13 because I was about to say it's funny. I don't find this movie even remotely scary. The word I would use to describe this movie is like kind of cute.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly, I like the main animatronics. I mean, at this point, they have like their legacy kind of precedes them. Like they've kind of become icons of like merchandise in fan videos and stuff. So it's a little. Just from that perspective, it's kind of hard to be like genuinely scared of them.
No, for sure. And I would say like there's not even like any like they kind of get like the big scariest kill out like in the first 5 minutes. I say like when the guy gets like strapped down and his face torn off. That's kind of the movies like I would say like only really big scare because I was laughing about this like realizing afterwards. I think every other kill in this movie is done by the fucking cupcake. I think the cupcake is like
Cupcake does get a lot of bodies.
The cupcake is the one that does William Afton in at the end. Cupcake does fucking everything in this movie. No, but like all the highlights in this movie are like when the kid's like hanging out with the animatronics. Like that's like all the stuff I like enjoyed the most. Maybe like if I was a bigger fan of the series, like I'd be like bummed that they were like playing toys with the girl, but I thought it was endearing.
You're saying you're a fan of the fort scene.
You know what? I thought it was cute.
It's cute.
That's great.
I love the fort scene.
I know you have a whole like rant about the fort scene, don't you, Ron?
Literally. Like I see like people complain about how like Five Nights at Freddy's is, you know, like you said earlier, it's more kid friendly, which like I can understand. Obviously the games have like a darker tone, but I think for what the movie is, I like it. And I like what I say in the video is like these kids died. Like it's a bunch of kids that died. They got murdered and they didn't have a chance to have a childhood. And I think that it was cool that the movie gave them a scene where it's like they get to play with another kid.
Mm-hmm. Right, like I said, I think a lot of the times with these video game movies, people expect them to be like exactly 1-to-1 with the games. I saw that with like the Mario Galaxy movie trailer that happened recently. People were like, why isn't it 1-to-1 with Galaxy? It's like, well, it probably never was going to be like that. I think it's kind of the same thing here. And again, maybe if I was like a really mega huge FNAF fan, I'd maybe be like more uppity about it. But since I'm very casually aware of the series, stuff like that doesn't bother me. Like I have nothing to be bothered by. It's like, okay, it's like these big cute little animatronics who they're playing with like a kid and they're having fun. I don't know.
They're so cute. Yeah. I think it's kind of adorable in these movies. Whenever the animatronics are like killing, their eyebrows go angry and they squint a little bit. That's kind of just adorable.
And then like some cartoon shenanigans happens with like Mike trying to take him out.
Mm-hmm.
On the topic of video game movies, any chance of this podcast doing a tier list of all video game movies in the past 25 years? We could do that, honestly. Like that might actually be something we could do at some point, and everyone will get really mad when I put Angry Birds 2 at the top.
You are gonna do that.
I will do it.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, you would have to watch every video game movie from the past 25 years, and that sounds like torture.
No, it's okay.
There are actually a lot of them. There's like more than people acknowledge.
Yeah,
there's a lot of like low budget garbage.
No, it's like I'm thinking about like, oh, I'll get to watch Super Mario Brothers movie, like the all like I'll giggle and have fun. It's like a bit silly, and then I think about like, oh, I have to watch the Monster Hunter movie where they're the military in the desert.
You gotta watch the Borderlands movie.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh god!
Yeah. Well, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is finally here.
Out to rave reviews.
The rave reviews. I had to see it opening weekend. They sold out all the Freddy Head popcorn buckets.
Damn.
So people showed up for it.
I'm not gonna have much to say with the second movie, but I'm just gonna say this real quick because I did actually see another movie the week it was like the day it came out. I actually went to see Zootopia 2 the day that movie came out, FNAF 2, and like the theater was like filled with FNAF, like the like employees were all dressed in FNAF merch, and I could tell there were FNAF fans there because there was like someone right behind me, and they described someone as having stinky breath. It was like a white girl saying that, so that's how I knew the FNAF fans were in the building with me, and I thought it was funny. I saw a different furry movie that day though. But go on, you saw your guys' conversation now.
Yeah. It's time for the grown-ups to step in because you and me, Ramen. I think we're the only people on call who are dedicated enough to this franchise to have actually seen the second Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
I had to I was obligated to watch it on opening weekend.
Right.
Afton was like, yeah. What about Michael Afton?
What?
What about Michael Afton?
What do you mean? What about him? Ramen, what did you think going into the second Five Nights at Freddy's movie? What were you expecting?
Based off the first movie, I was coming in with like super high expectations because I really enjoyed the first movie. I thought they did a good job with it. I thought they did a good job of adapting the stuff, but still changing stuff up, making stuff unique, so it wasn't just a one-to-one movie. So I was coming in with like high expectations for 2.
Right. And how are those met? How would you say those expectations?
Poorly.
Oh
no. Okay, listen. You gotta remember this is a movie for the fans, right? So like turn off like the critical, thinking.
No, no. You gotta understand. I'm not looking at this. I'm not coming in with Five Nights at Freddy's any movie expecting it to be like good from like an objective standpoint. I'm only looking at it from being a fan, and even from a fan perspective, I'm kind of like
Oh no.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't know what I was really expecting. I was hoping for something at least kind of on the level of the first movie for me. Where
when you saw it, you like said like, okay, I'm going to go see it in our Discord, and then like you came back an hour later, posted that Simpsons gif. It was like Krusty going, "What the hell was that?" So
I did post the "What the hell was that" gif. Cause man, I gotta hold on. Let me because I wrote down a lot of stuff about this.
Okay, you're way more prepared than me.
No, that's fine. I mean, I was just worried. I didn't want to be in a situation where I just didn't know what to latch onto or where to begin with it.
From how Ty explained to it, she pretty much said so. It's the MacPat Ness game theory scene for the first movie, and it's like the entire movie,
like all the writing in it.
We watched it with famous Five Nights at Freddy's plus YouTuber Bizabazao. We watched the first one with her the other night. There was like a few moments in the first movie I groaned a bit, like a few like lines and scenes that maybe groaned a little bit, and it was funny because every time that happened, basically like every line, every moment in the second movie is just like that.
I think my major takeaway from the second movie was it really sunk in that this is a Scott Cawthon story, like through and through, because he is such. I don't even want to
because it doesn't make any sense.
I don't even want to call him like a bad writer. I think that doesn't even sufficiently cover the experience you have with one of his works. He's just very eclectic. I don't know, like the things that he chooses to focus on and write about, I think are just so strange. This isn't what you would typically, I think, get from like if you just see the premise of, oh, this is a movie about haunted animatronics at like a Chuck E. Cheese type place, right?
Right.
A lot of what this movie focuses on doesn't have a ton to do with that. And there's just a lot of weird dialogue. Just like very strange behaving people. Yeah. The movie starts with, and we're probably just gonna spoil a bunch of stuff about this. This is the spoiler.
I'm ready.
I'll put spoilers on screen. I doubt anyone cares that much, but just in case, I will put FNAF 2 spoilers on screen.
But this movie does start with, it has an opening, kind of cold open with, it takes place in the 80s when the pizzeria is bumping and jumping. And we kind of get it's the backstory scene for the marionette animatronic, pretty much.
The puppet.
If you know anything about the games, like, this is the animatronic that it's haunted by the soul of a little girl, basically. And we see how she dies, and already I think it was off to like a really just weird start. Like there's a part where because she sees William Afton in like the yellow rabbit
snatch up a little boy,
right? And she's of course freaking out about this. She's
nobody like, gives a fuck.
Nobody. She runs around the whole restaurant yelling at all the parents, like, "Hey, I saw a little boy like getting taken away," and everyone just kind of goes, "The adults are talking. Sorry. In a minute, please."
It's the first guy for me. The first guy is the funniest one because he's like, "Go get your parents." Like, don't talk to me.
That's so funny because I have a job like that is kind of similar to like Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, and if that happened, everyone would stop what they were doing, guard the doors, and they go look for the kid.
Like if a little kid, an unattended child, was running around asking for help with desperation, that's not like a YouTube prank. Her iPhone wasn't out filming them. Like that was real. It was just a serious situation. Someone was actually getting murdered in that building.
And this during the 80s when children were going missing, they were dropping like flies. So everybody should be in attention.
So I think that kind of speaks to, I think a funny aspect of this movie overall is, I did say these are kind of like more kid-focused horror movies. And I think that's one aspect where it feels like this movie in particular, I felt this even more with the second movie. It feels like it's taking place in kind of from the perspective of a kid, as far as like the logic of the world goes. Because there's another character, Abby's teacher in the movie, played by Wayne Knight, Newman from Seinfeld.
Yes, thank God.
And he's like a cartoonishly mean. Like pretty much every.
I'm so glad you said that because that's exactly how I would describe him. He's a cartoonishly evil.
Every like authority, every character of authority that presides over like children in this movie is like cartoonishly like neglectful or mean. And it just makes me think of a lot of kids cartoons, like Kids Next Door, or like I don't know, Johnny Test. I'm thinking of the teacher from Johnny Test.
Oh my God, yeah.
Or Fairly Odd Parents. That's a more universal.
Yeah, people know the fucking Croc or the Johnny Test.
Right.
I do know.
Like you have the teachers and stuff be really mean because that's kind of what it feels like being a kid. You feel like no one's really listening to you. But it's just really funny to have it just played so literally in this live. It's cartoonish. But which I think. I'm not even saying that as a negative on the movie though. I think it gives it like a funny vibe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Like I think the scene with Charlotte in the beginning is like too far removed from reality for me to like it. But I thought Wayne Knight was hilarious. He really hated that little girl, and I was like, that's funny.
Yeah. What is he? So there's like a science fair at Abby's school, and everyone's like making it's like a robotics class or something. And Abby wants to make competition. Right. Abby wants to make a little robot machine for the competition. And for some reason, he's not doing this with any other of the students. Wayne Knight goes up to this little girl and says, like, sometimes it's okay to know. He says something like, sometimes it's okay to know, like, when to quit or something like that.
I think it's like he has something I think it's like he has something personally against like the Five Nights, because it's like during this time it's like a festival about Freddy's, and I think he has something against Freddy's, and she's building like a Chica robot. So he's like, I don't want this in my fucking class.
Right. He's actively embarrassed of her. Like he doesn't want to see. Like he doesn't want this to represent his class in the competition.
And he also like, I think they said that the school is like the like champions of this robotics fest. So he's like, if you bring your stupid piece of shit robot, we might lose.
Right. And there's even a scene later. We're kind of jumping all around. That's fine.
That's fine. Yeah.
Later on in the movie, she brings her little science project to the Freddy's restaurant. And the animatronics help her build. This was kind of funny to me too. They help her build like a perfectly like 3D printed model of Chica, to be a part of the contest. It looked exactly like all I could think of was like the action figures hanging, or in like the Target shelves.
I've heard so much of this movie. I didn't know there was a scene where they helped her build a science project. God bless.
So she brings that to the competition. And the teacher straight up, like, he says, like, he was kind of hoping that she wasn't going to show up. So he's like, okay, I'll take your project, I'll display it for you. And then he like pretends to drop it in the most blatant, like, that was really hilarious.
Basically throws it to the floor.
Right.
Like
right.
He almost football spikes it into the ground.
It's supposed to be a thing where it's like, oops, I didn't mean to do that. I guess he can't be in the science fair. But he straight up throws that. Like, it's not even, there was no reason for him to even drop it. He literally says,
he literally just let it go.
Right. And it smashes and it goes on the floor. And it was at that point where I realized, like, oh, they're making him this mean because they have to kill him. Right. Because I guess I kind of forgot this is a movie where people die in it.
Yeah, because it doesn't happen that often.
Real quick with the first one, it was so funny. They telegraphed who was going to die in that movie so like clearly, like, okay, here's the group of characters that are going to die in this movie. By the way,
here's the evil scum characters that have no bearing on the greater narrative.
It's that guy in the first movie. All he does like, yeah, we can go mess him up. It's like, okay, yeah, he's gonna die. This character's in this movie so he can fucking die.
The dude was like, you want to like get your custody of your niece? Why don't you just kill your nephew or whatever?
Yeah. I wonder who's gonna get killed.
Why don't you just kill him?
I wonder who the animatronics are gonna get.
Sullivan telling Walter White to kill Jesse Pinkman. Man, there's so much to get into. I'm just thinking of random like strange spots. Like to go back to the beginning, they do show the little girl dying. This is something that they changed from the source lore of FNAF.
Yes.
Where originally the spirit of the puppet, she was like locked outside, and kind of that's where she was, kind of taken out in the shadows by William Afton. I didn't, to put it lightly.
He stabbed that little girl.
Right. In this movie, it just kind of happens like in front of everyone. Like you don't see who did it, but she like falls down in front of the entire restaurant of all the adults who are neglecting her. And you see the stab wounds on her back.
And she just screams.
Right. She screams angrily. She falls down. She's stabbed to death. And then you see like a montage of newspaper headlines that apparently the company like survived that. Because it was ruled an accident.
Okay.
I guess because she went backstage to chase after the little boy that she saw that was being murdered. Which that was actually like that was kind of like genuinely unsettling to see. I think that's one thing. Because the games are very. I'm Scott Cawthon. He's a man of God, so he's very wary about showing too much that's explicitly violent. A lot of the violence of the games is largely implied stuff, or it's shown in the faux 8-bit
pixel art
style. Right.
Yeah.
So it's a little creepy having a scene where there's just like a dead kid on the ground, and then you see like William Afton like washing his knife in the sink in this grungy little room.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of neat. But yeah, she gets she gets discovered and she's chased down this hallway by Matthew Lillard, and he just stabs her to death.
And it's like it's so odd because like the little girl was just out like just 5 minutes prior. She was screaming at the top of her lungs trying to get anybody's attention. She disappears, comes back with the like holding another kid. She just said that she was looking for a little boy. She screams and then falls over and dies. And like you said, they survive that. They just keep operation.
Yeah, the company
like normal.
Yeah.
I don't like.
It's like, and it's not like played. Like there are times in the games where they kind of play that stuff with kind of a satirical edge, right? Like there's a lot of corporate satire in a lot of the later Final Fantasy games, but they don't really play it like that at all. I haven't really sensed any flavor of that in these movies. Maybe because it would just be kind of too ridiculous. It would go too much into comedy.
I think it's because they don't expect children to understand the jokes because they never had a job.
So right.
They don't make it like
or the adult Final Fantasy fans have never had a job.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so that happens. What else did I write down? I wrote down, this has nothing to do with anything else in the movie. But they kept calling Abby. She's the little girl. She's the she's a little sister of Josh Hutcherson. At the start of this movie, they kept calling her huge. They said it like 3 times or something. Did you notice that, Ramen?
They did. You've really grown.
Right. Of course, it's kind of poking at like, every time you have a sequel to a movie with the kid's like aged so much. Like if you saw the trailer for the new season of The Last Airbender on Netflix, like Aang, he's like, that's a man. That's a grown man. Like, so they have a lot of lines poking at that. I just thought it was done in like a really funny way. Honestly, I feel like I wouldn't have even really cared that much. Like she's not like crazy. She is a little tall. She's like taller than Josh Hutcherson in this.
That's
so
funny.
I guess they had to say something. She's not, I don't think she's literally taller than him, but he's not a very tall person. She's probably going to be taller than him at some point.
Yeah.
Low-key, yeah.
So that's they're gonna have to acknowledge that in the next one, I guess. What else? I mean, it's not that I don't have anything to say. It's just that so much, a lot goes on.
A lot to say.
It's a lot. It's a dense movie. Like for all things considered, it's very dense. A lot of things happen, but like none of it really like makes that much sense.
Right. A lot of the thing with this movie is a lot of stuff happens, but it's not very coherent in my mind. It's just like a lot of
exactly.
Stuff. That's why when the movie ended, I was really just like, I was left with confusion because it does end it ends on a cliffhanger and it just stops and I'm like, oh.
It just stopped. It's like, it's so abrupt. It's like a car crash.
Right. I guess this is a case of, this is one of those movies where it's a sequel to a movie that did really well and they have the 3-movie deal. So they know they're going to get another one. So they don't really feel the need to really wrap things up. So they kind of end it on more of an open note. But I was real confused. I honestly didn't even really. I think it lacked a bit of focus on what it was really trying to be about. There is a big aspect of like, so the big motivation. I'd say like the puppet is kind of the main villain animatronic of this one.
Yeah, for sure.
And her main motivation is that she died a horrible death. And everyone kind of left her behind. Like no one, in her time of need, she was completely neglected, and she paid the ultimate price for it.
This really is like, I love how you described it when you said it's a movie from like the world is the perspective of a kid, because that's exactly what it is.
Right.
And it's not to cut you off, but like her whole motivation is I hate parents.
Right. So she's taking revenge on basically the parents of this whole town. Is her motivation.
Okay.
So she's getting.
She's the kids next door.
Basically,
right.
But like so way more murderous.
Right. She assembles all the animatronics to go out into the city and just start killing adults, pretty much. And man, I was gonna say something. I love that you brought up that this is from the perspective of a child, because I had something else to say on that. But I guess I didn't because I couldn't think of it.
Somebody in chat said, "Is this Jimmy Neutron?"
It is very much that kind of motivation. That's what drives it. Oh, I think I was going to say, I think that is why they had such a ridiculous intro to this, because I feel like that was an aspect. The whole like, what's her name? Charlotte?
Yeah, Charlie or Charlotte. Charlotte, short for Charlie, whatever.
Right.
The puppet.
Her thing is like she was neglected. Like she was kind of locked outside. Mm-hmm. She felt like no one was there for her. And it feels like I can almost imagine that they thought it was a little too subtle the way it was done in the games. So they had to do like a big like they had to make it really clear that like she's being ignored to her face. Like people are just being straight up mean to her.
Isn't she like I don't know. So in the movie, is she still the daughter of like William Afton's like buddy or whatever, or is that not the case in the movie?
Yes, she is, but this is something weird about this movie. So they casted Henry Emily, who was the business partner of William Afton. They casted him. He's played by Skeet Ulrich, who was he starred alongside Matthew Lillard in Scream.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that was like a really cute casting decision. It's like, oh, that's really neat, and they kind of
that's cool.
They sort of talked about that a lot in a lot of the press stuff. So I was surprised to see in this movie he has like one scene with Henry Emily.
True.
Not even with Matthew. Like William and Henry, they're not in this movie together at all. Not for a single frame.
That tracks.
William is barely in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I've heard Matthew Lillard's in this movie for like 5 minutes. It's mostly through like flashbacks.
Right. Yeah.
It's not even a flashback. It's a dream sequence.
Okay.
Yeah, a dream sequence that might have some connections to something that actually happened, but it's very vague and mysterious. It's a Scott Cawthon mystery box kind of thing.
Exactly. And we'll have to see in 3 if it actually goes anywhere. Unlike the mystery box.
Mm-hmm. I think that's one thing about this movie that this one has a really low critic score. It's like even lower than the first one, right?
It's
like the first one was like
right now it's at 16% on Tomatoes.
That's really dang low.
Yeah.
And the first one didn't do great.
No.
But it was still like what, 50%, something
like that? I think it was like 38%. It still wasn't great.
Okay.
But
not great, but a little better. I think the problem with this one is that there's a lot that it doesn't clue you in on. Like you see, I feel like, William Afton's old business partner, who was the father of this girl that got murdered, who was the main villain of this movie. That feels like something you'd really want to like say in the scene that you have with him. But they don't bring that up at all.
They show like a picture of Charlie in like a scrapbook or something in his house, but he, like you said, he never addresses it.
Right. And I get that they want to be like, oh, we're being a little mysterious. Like we want to have some mysteries. Like we want to build stuff up for probably the next movie where he's probably going to be in it.
Right.
A little more. Hopefully. I don't know. Because there is, they do have like a little post-credits message thing, like the first movie did.
Oh my God. Yeah. Find me.
Where it's basically Charlie. It's just we'll get to that one. It's just Henry kind of expositing that. I think he just says like, "It's me, Henry. I didn't get to tell you earlier, but I'm actually the business partner of William Afton."
Yeah, I'm glad they put that at the very end of the credits.
I'm the bird.
A good idea.
So my programming as the bird is making me tell you bad words repeatedly.
that has the energy of the fucking Star Wars Palpatine Fortnite thing.
Oh my God. Yeah, so that's one thing where I imagine if you're like a critic or just someone who's not in the loop about Five Nights at Freddy's, you probably walked away from this movie going, not even remembering that character was in the movie. Probably even just wondering, like, what was that all about? Why was that even there? There's a lot of stuff like that. There's a lot of, like, why is this even there moments in this movie.
Right. And I think that plays, there's a lot of, like, people go, like, oh, I can't believe critics hated this. Like, it's not that bad. But, like, I think what you're saying, I truly, utterly think if you don't, like, know any of these games, this movie's, like, just a complete, like, clusterfuck of things happening with expecting you to know what they are kind of already.
Even if you
imagine they mention like Remnant.
Oh gosh.
Start talking about Fazgo and Remnant.
Yeah, I think we're really getting to the point. Like Scott's kind of his pen is on fire right now. Like he's kind of getting unleashed. He's probably got a big head. Like he's already got one movie under his belt, so he's just gonna start going bananas.
He's running all about Fazgo right now.
I think he thinks he's Gerson Boom.
He thinks he's J.K. Rowling. He thinks he's a celebrated, incredible author.
He probably does. He really does think he's J.K. Rowling, probably.
I guess I can ask a few things that I've heard, and you guys can comment.
They're both bad writers. They're both insane writers.
Yeah, I can maybe ask a few things I've heard about. You guys can comment on them. I've heard from the grapevine, the Withered animatronics are in this for less than a minute, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
There is one scene where they do the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 gameplay because you gotta do that. But it almost feels like I was really feeling if you don't know how the video game is, you might be really confused on why that was happening
because they don't explain it whatsoever.
No,
and it's the mask thing. They don't explain it.
The setup of it is the toy animatronics. They've been unleashed on the city, and they're going to start killing all the parents in the town.
Unleashed on the city. It's
yes.
So funny to me.
And so Mike and Vanessa, who I think we're mentioning now for the first time, but Vanessa's in this movie. She survives her brutal assault in the last one. They basically say oh no, they're going to go after Abby. We have to go save her. So they split up. Mike decides to stay in the office to he's disabling there's a wireless signal that's being sent out to the animatronics, and he stays there.
Yeah, that they created in the 80s.
Right. No, you have to understand, William Afton, he was a genius. He was really ahead of his time.
He was.
He pioneered wireless Bluetooth technology. He pioneered voice recognition and face recognition. He was creating basically. I'm gonna go off on a whole other thing. This is the weird. This is the weird thing about Scott Cawthon's writing. I feel like he's not really that interested in. You have a franchise here, okay? Okay. This is a series about. At its core, it's a parody of Chuck E. Cheese, right?
Yes,
that's the basic premise. That's the hook of it. It's what if a Chuck E. Cheese was haunted? And I think a reason why FNAF is just such an insane franchise is because I don't think Scott Cawthon himself has any actual interest in the history or just anything about real life animatronics.
yeah.
Or anything. Which I feel there's another world where you have a series like this that's helmed by someone who has a genuine fascination with that kind of stuff, and there's a lot of historical basis for this sort of thing. Honestly, the example that comes to my head right now is I feel like The Amazing Digital Circus is a show where it's the hook of it is kind of VR and video games and kind of retro CGI technology and stuff. Stuff like that. And
Goose Wars is clearly
right. The show genuinely pays a lot of service to the history of these stuff. There's a lot of references that you would only get if you were invested in computer programming knowledge.
Right, video games.
Play Gary's Mod.
Right. The latest episode had a Chinese room joke, which is a genuine AI philosophy thing.
Yes,
that exists.
I wanted to say I feel like it speaks to what you're saying about sister location. They're basically just robots at that point. At this point in the franchise, especially in Security Breach, they're just robots now. Basically,
it's a story about sci-fi futuristic robots run on impossible technology.
Yes,
pretty much.
And specifically made just to kill children.
Right.
For no specific reason.
So yeah, Mike, to circle back to the movie, Mike is in this office and he has to disable the wireless Bluetooth 1980s signal remotely on all these robots. I remember, Ramen, were you confused about this at all? this was a point of confusion for me. I don't know why he decided to stay there, because the kind of the tension of the scene was like, oh no, they're gonna go after my little sister. We have to stop them. I feel like Mike would be the one who would be like, I'm gonna leave this place and I'm gonna make sure my sister is okay because I'm her legal guardian right now. But I feel like they didn't do that because you need to have Mike. Mike, he's the security guard guy. You need to have him.
Right. He's the main character.
Right. He's the main character. We need to follow him as he's imitating the mechanics from the game. And I imagine that was one of those moments that's really confusing if you don't like understand anything about the games. Because there's really there's I don't want to say there's kind of no reason for it to be for this scene to be here with the withered animatronics.
Which I mean, like, is I guess within the rules that they set up, it made sense. Like, okay, they have to shut down the animatronics. I guess they aren't strong enough. They don't have enough power to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I don't think it's not necessarily a bad thing for scenes to happen for no reason.
I feel like the way you're describing it right now, it kind of feels like they knew the Wizards had to be in the movie because they're in FNAF 2, the game, and like I would say, like from what I can gather, the Wizards in particular are really, really popular. Like all the designs of them as withered animatronics are super, super popular. But with the story they wrote, they couldn't really like find a way to naturally integrate them. So like, okay, we'll just do this for like a minute so they can be in the movie, which is like nice because like I'm looking at pictures of them. They look great. They look fantastic. But like
they look very good.
But it seems like they didn't know how to actually get them like into the story they were telling a bit.
Right, and it was kind of a clunky scene. It was like cute, like if you know the games, they go through all the mechanics of like each animatronic. They make a joke about how there's no doors. Yes. That's cute. So it's the kind of scene where I kind of let it pass because it's in an adaptation. There's things that you just kind of got to do. But yeah.
What did Balloon Boy do in this movie? Tell me all about Balloon Boy, my favorite character.
Balloon Boy.
What?
Kills Balloon Boy, right? He just like kills him. Does Mike Schmidt just kill Balloon Boy?
Yeah, he snaps his head off and then just throws it like to the side. I was actually upset.
That's basically the Balloon Boy scene. That's the extent of his scene. He shows up and he goes like, "Hello." And he's just like,
he just dies. Like he just shows up and dies.
He chased somebody because like in this version of the original Five Nights or Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria, there's like a lazy river ride, and I think somebody fell into it, and Balloon Boy's like his propeller hat jumped out of the water, and like you could see it like going towards him, but like that's pretty much it. It was that scene and the scene where Mike rips his head off.
Dude, fucking potential animatronic, I guess.
I got a little scared, I will say, during that propeller scene in the river. Just because I was so scared we were about to get some like stupid nonsense where it was going to be like a Balloon Boy serpent that like swims in the river.
I thought I was setting up like a decapitation for a moment.
No, like that's some garbage. Human. That's some garbage that would be in like a FNAF book or something like that. You would hear like Matt Pat randomly bring up in a theory video. Like, there's the Balloon Boy serpent.
That's so funny to me because I'm also thinking now, I wonder if they also just had no idea how to fit fucking Balloon Boy into this movie. But, like, he had to be in it. It's like, okay, just have him show up and then the security guard just fucking kills him. Whatever. It's funny though because he's like the one they tease in the first movie. Like they have him show up like in like his little figure. So it's funny in this. This is what's gonna happen with fucking Yoshi in the next Mario movie. He's gonna just show up for one scene.
Yeah, Mario uses him to jump past a gap and he kills him. He throws Yoshi into a pit.
I think you help me in this movie.
I'm sorry, Yoshi.
Oh yeah, there was a scene also in the river. There was a bunch of like little mini puppets that jump on him. Yeah, that was a classic. Mini arenas. Was it? Are those established? Are those like mini puppet thingies? Are those in the game?
They are. Okay, they're in Central Location.
Okay. I know Sister Location had some kind of like little bug thing.
Yeah, I'm looking at them. They're a bit different looking, I think, from the games, but I think it's supposed to like be what those are. Okay. Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
those are also funny little, like, I don't know, like why would that be at a restaurant? I think like hundreds of little. I don't know.
That's again.
And why they were in like a cave?
I'm just thinking that must be really expensive to manage, right? Like keeping those like a bunch of tiny little animatronics in a wet cave.
Yeah,
like, I don't know, right?
See,
I know we're getting into kind of like citizens,
I think it's speaking again to your Scott Cawthon might not actually be that interested in animatronics thing. Like why would this pizzeria place have these things?
Right.
Why does Bikini Bottom have this contraption?
I remember seeing a video that's trying to like question like why is the Freddy the Rockstar Freddy animatronic like worn down after just a few hours, and it's just like because aesthetics.
Yeah,
whatever.
Is that from Security Breach? I didn't play Security.
Yeah, I think that's Security Breach is the big sexy one.
Yeah, I played the game.
How many games have you played?
I've played like a majority. This past October I played most of them.
Okay,
right. I remember you doing that. Which is,
I think I've only played, the only ones I haven't played are the RPG FNAF World, and I think that might be the only one I have never played.
You know, it's fun. I wonder what the genuine. This is like a genuine. I wonder what the genuine average of like FNAF game experience, like the average fan of the franchise actually has.
I would imagine that most people are probably just like video essay watchers. Or like Markiplier enjoyers, they probably haven't actually played the game. Not to like gatekeep.
No, I mean I'll be upfront. I've only played Ultimate Custom Night. That's the only one I've ever played.
Mm-hmm. But that was me for a long time. So,
I guess another question to ask. I'm just going through things I know of this movie. Seep and Ramen. What did you guys think of the performances of the toys? Which is Matt Pat of Game Theory. Okay. He's there. What did you think of their performances?
Matt Pat.
Matt Pat and Kellen Goff barely had any lines. I think both of them said 2 sentences. But Megan Fox, she actually was like a major character, and I personally think that she did a pretty good job.
Yeah, I think they all. I mean, of course, Kellen Goff, like he's voice actor from the games, so he has a lot of.
Oh yeah, I mean, he did it. He did the 2 lines that he had. He did them like for sure.
right. Matt Pat was one. We have a video where we're kind of speculating on how that's going to turn out, because it's always a bit of a risk when you have like we're going to have a celebrity cameo in this movie, and it's a YouTuber. Because YouTubers don't always necessarily have the best like formal media training or acting ability whatsoever.
Yes.
But I always had faith in Matt Pat because he's a theater kid. That's just
totally. I was thinking that.
So he's someone I think who can really get into a character. But I was like kind of surprised to the degree that he did just disappear into the role.
Yes, he like honestly, I was like, "That's Matt Pat."
Right? Yeah. It honestly seemed like he was waiting for someone to ask him to do this.
Would you say this is like the Robert Pattinson and the Boy with the Heron moment for him?
Yeah, I will say that. You know what? I'm putting it up with I'll put Matt Pat up with the Pattinson.
Okay.
We gotta get Matt Pat to play Batman next and see how he can handle that. No, yeah, he did a great job. But no, I do agree. I think they were underutilized. I think Matt Pat severely underutilized. Even I think just he honestly in the industry as a whole, like I don't know why he doesn't hire him. Honestly, he can do it.
Because even his cameo in the first movie, I think he did a really good job, even though it was like one scene.
His cameo's best.
I'm probably gonna bring him back in the next one. Like, he's kind of been ushered in.
Yeah, we got a super chat.
They have to.
We got a super chat here that relates to the movie that could like be a topping point. How does the FNAF movies, I guess this one in particular, hold up to recent films like Minecraft, Sonic, and Mario? You think?
That's an interesting question because I feel like all of those movies, they kind of have their own thing going on with them. Honestly, I might say like none of those movies are necessarily copying the formula of what the other one did.
Right, yeah.
They're not like chasing the same trend necessarily.
For me, I would say aesthetically and stylistically, I like the way the FNAF like used like practical sets and like replicated the animatronics.
Yeah, that is one of the coolest parts.
They always go crazy. Like the sets are fantastic and the animatronics are like, to me, they're perfect.
Yeah, I always appreciate too when movies opt for practical effects.
No, it's great. They gave the Henson Company work. Any work with them is great.
Yeah, I think they're really convincingly acted too. Like it never feels too much like it's just someone walking around in a costume that they can't see out of. Yeah. I mean, the thing with all of those movies, I think they have their own different strengths. I don't even know like which one to begin on. Minecraft is like its own beast. Like that's crazy. That's just a crazy, wild movie. I think.
You go on.
I don't know, I think in some ways, FNAF is kind of FNAF and Minecraft are doing kind of similar things where they have those like really big fan moments where they know people are gonna really point and shout. And I don't. Mario does have a lot.
No, I'm saying this as a Mario fan. They were definitely trying to have like point and clap moments in those movies. I think for sure. It's kind of funny. Sonic's like the one that does like the absolute least. Like there's like usually like 2 or 3 kind of like notice and clap kind of moments in those movies. They tend to integrate them better into the plot, I think, than some of these other movies.
Honestly,
because like the point and clap things in the Sonic movies are like the plot moments. So like it's like, oh, Shadow's in this, or oh, Maria died, or Live and Learn plays, or like the moment Live and Learn's supposed to play. Like they did credit where it's due the Sonic movies. They tend to integrate them fairly well.
Honestly, I'd say Sonic of all those, I think shows the most restraint when it comes to the source material.
Right.
In some ways, that's been a point of disappointment for people. That they don't, that they're not following, exact plot points as they happen.
Yeah.
Or that we're not seeing a ton of characters from the games. They're very trepidatious. And sometimes that doesn't work. Like the Knuckles TV show was kind of a
What's great?
Oh yeah, it was a great Ramen, did you see the Knuckles TV show on Paramount Plus or Peacock or whatever?
I did not.
That's Wade Whipple.
It does have Wade Whipple.
Sonic 3 had one problem. It was a lack of Wade Whipple.
Right.
I still haven't seen Sonic 3, to be honest. I've seen Sonic 1, seen Sonic 2. I just watched the Minecraft movie. I hated it, to be honest. I haven't seen the movie.
I haven't even seen it yet, so you're above me.
I feel like the Sonic movies are kind of in some way, they do, at times they do benefit from that restraint.
Right.
Because
I agree.
Yeah. Honestly, I think maybe even out of all of the other examples listed there, Sonic is really reliant on its characters.
No, yeah, as someone who is like 8 times a bigger Mario fan than Sonic fan, the Sonic 3 is better. Like, I would say like the Mario movie's like pretty equal, like 1 and 2 maybe, but Sonic 3 is like way better than like the Mario movie. Like it is like character, like plot wise, like it is way more of a real movie, I think, than the Mario movie.
Right. It's probably a little less gratifying, a little more frustrating if you're a hardcore fan and you just kind of want to see the moments that you already know on the big screen. But they're they take their time with each character. It seems like they really want to honor why people like. See, that's the thing. They're kind of adapting it in the sense of they're honoring why people like it without necessarily doing the same beats, I guess.
No, it's funny because like it was kind of a thing. Like the exception, this is like Tails gets kind of like shafted a little bit in Sonic 2, but I would still say Tails does more in Sonic 2 than Luigi does in the Mario movie by like a large margin.
Damn, I hate to hear that. I hate to hear that because I love Luigi and I love Charlie Day. Now I don't even want to watch the movie no.
Yeah, he's I'm gonna like sit down here and watch it. He's like gone for most of the movie.
Right.
Fuck.
Hopefully, in the second movie though, they just they did show a new snippet at the Game Awards where like Luigi kicks.
They did
or something.
You know, I kept joking they were gonna do it again, but I don't know. It looks like he's around. It looks like he is around this time.
He is around.
Yeah. I bet they're gonna. I hope they do a Luigi's Mansion movie starring Charlie Day.
I think that would be the one I want. I want that to be like I joke about Angry Birds 2 all the time. I want them to do that thing where they like the Flapjack guy like on Angry Birds 2. They just do like a fucking like cartoon. They do like Maxwell Adams do like the fucking Luigi's Mansion movie. Just make it nonsense. That's what they do.
That would be hard.
It would be great. It would be great. I guess back on FNAF for a second here. I guess
for a second.
That's nothing big to talk about. I need to ask about this because this is the thing I think tons of people are talking about. What did you guys think of the FNAF Avengers coming at the end?
Oh my god, that's right.
I loved it. When I heard like they're getting attacked, can I if I can take the reins because I really love to see.
Go for it.
So it's like the climax of the movie. Mike, Abby, and Vanessa are being attacked. We haven't even mentioned Michael in the movie yet.
He's in it.
Oh yeah,
I've heard about that. Yes, I know he's in it.
Yeah, Michael Afton, not Mike Schmidt.
They separated them.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say about Michael Afton?
I don't. I
know you're a big
depending
Michael
on where
Afton
they take
fan.
it. I love Michael Afton. He's my favorite character in the entire series. And on surface value, I hate what they did to him. But I have a theory that they may be trying to set up something in the next movie. Like, I don't know how far you want to get into the theory crafting of it. But like,
sure.
He's evil in this movie.
Yeah, very blatantly. He has like evil eyeballs.
Very blatantly.
He looks slimy and disgusting.
Yeah.
Talks under his breath all the time.
He lures like a fake ghost hunter crew into the pizzeria and just to have them killed.
Right.
And like he's like I guess the secondary antagonist of the movie. And I'm like, as we all know, he gets not possessed, but he gets scooped out and turned into a puppet by fucking Ennard.
Yes.
And I'm theorizing that I'm hoping that during the events of this movie, he's scooped. And like they're gonna reveal in the next movie that like he's gonna throw up Ennard and be like, oh, that was actually Elizabeth that was controlling him while he was evil.
Okay.
Because I think that makes more sense. And they also had they had a Circus Baby like cameo, like she shows up for a second.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like they're setting up Elizabeth. At least that's what it seems like to me. So I'm hoping that Michael is like being possessed right now. But if he's actually evil, I'm gonna hate it, to be honest.
Right, because he's not really like a villain.
He's not like he definitely starts off as an asshole because he gets his little brother killed.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
They like established that after that happens, he starts investigating like what happened with Freddy's and like, you know, like he's trying to find his dad and stop him. At least that's how I interpret it.
Right.
I mean, he's kind of what in the games that they kind of are doing with Mike Schmidt in the movie.
Exactly. Yeah.
So they've kind of split him into two different characters in that sense. Yeah, do you think?
But we were supposed to be talking about
the Avengers Assemble scene at the end of this movie.
Michael Afton, with the help of the toys, is trying to kill Mike Schmidt, Abby, and Vanessa. And then you hear like dum 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 dum, and freaking Foxy comes out of nowhere, and like they start one by one. The original animatronics start attacking the toy animatronics, and it's honestly peak fiction. It's the greatest scene in cinema I've ever seen.
I didn't know this. I saw this opening weekend. I had no idea the scene was coming. And I didn't either. It completely blindsided me. Yeah, it comes out of nowhere. And it's funny because they don't appear at all for like the entire
They don't appear at all throughout the movie.
And they do revisit the restaurant that they were in.
Yeah.
And I don't know what their excuse is for why they're not there, They're just kind of saying like, "Oh, they're gone and they've been taken apart for parts or something."
Yeah, I don't remember how they explain, because it's like Abby is like, I want to go see my friends, and Mike is like, you can't go see them, or he's like, he told her that he's gonna fix them up at some point, but he's lying, and I think they just disappeared. I don't think they ever explained like where they went.
No, maybe they're on like a road trip or something.
No, hold on. So I don't want to even derail even more of the epic Avengers scene. Aren't the Wizards supposed to just be like the original animatronics, but like broken up?
No, Ryan.
See, no. See, that's a basic theory. We like 7 layers deep in the theory crafted for FNAF.
Yeah, man. I would excuse you for thinking that in 2014, maybe, but
yeah.
Sorry.
We moved on.
Joey. Okay, go on.
There was actually a theory that the animatronics that are in FNAF 1 and the Wizards, there was already a theory that they weren't the same animatronics. And now it seems like in this movie they kind of confirmed it.
Okay.
Where like the Wizards were like prototypes that they scrapped for parts, and then they remade those prototypes with the second building, which is the FNAF 1 building.
Are you following, Ryan?
A little bit.
It is. Yeah, I can understand if you're lost.
No, I was talking about this with the business out last night. I barely understand what Golden Freddy is. So, like, I don't know if he's supposed to be Fredbear or not. Like, I did some of these things. It's like, I don't know, my help.
Yeah. She does that. No.
but yes, tell me more about this awesome Avengers Assemble scene.
And what else do you want to know? They show up, they assemble. It was.
How did your audience react? Because I've heard audiences like kind of lose their shits when this happened. Like a lot of people.
Well, I always go to the movies in the morning because I hate people, and I want to. My perfect movie viewing experience is me by myself in the theater. So it wasn't that many people in my showing, but there was one little kid behind me with his family who was losing his mind and everything, like full volume, just pointing at the screen and clapping and and screaming. So he lost his mind.
I didn't really have anything like that in mind. There were like a few people there. There was at least one family of at least 5 with their kids, and they all had their like big tubs of like snacks and popcorn and stuff. But I didn't hear much of a peep out of them. I was laughing. There was a lot of moments in this movie where I was like laughing. There was one part where I just said like "What the hell" out loud. I don't. I think it was. I think it was the cliffhanger. I just like, what the hell?
I've seen the fucking scene where like Mangle like flies through the window or whatever.
Oh yeah, right. So yeah, that does. Why did she do that? By the way, so Vanessa was driving. She's like, was she trying to get to Abby or something?
Because that's after they split up and Mike is still in the pizzeria.
I'm getting this confused.
And Vanessa's trying to get to Abby.
I'm getting this confused in my head with the latest Stranger Things season. There's a scene where like all the demons are on the car and they're driving to. So she's like driving in this neighborhood with the Mangle on top of the car. And she just like she stops the car in front of a house, and then Mangle just goes flying through the window of like an occupied like suburban home. And of course, like Mangle lands perfectly on Toy Freddy and takes him out. And I was like, what? Did she know that? Like, did she know he was in that house? Did I miss something?
I think they had like GPS trackers or something. Yeah. She definitely she had a GPS tracker.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're like, okay, the Toy Freddy's in this house right now. She's playing pretty fast and loose with the lot. Well, I guess she is a cop. Never mind.
So did they explain where the old animatronics, like the ones to the first movie, even come from in this, or did they just kind of show up?
I think they just show up.
Yeah, I think they do kind of. I think maybe the characters like question it a little bit, and I think all they really say is just like, oh, they're using the last of their life force to come all the way out here.
Yeah. I do remember that.
So it happens to just run out right when they beat up all the toy animatronics. That scene that reminded me of like all the images people make of like SpongeBob, like classic SpongeBob attacking modern SpongeBob. That was exactly the vibe that had. You have these shiny, squeaky, new, cutesy animatronics. Absolutely.
I'm so sad to learn that they like powered down because I was hoping to learn like they were just like part of the team now and they were like be like part of the team in the third movie. Like now my like my dream scene of like they're about to fight William Afton and he's like, "You will never defeat me," and Freddy goes like, "I know, but my army can," and the portal's open and like all like the animatronics walk out of the portal from all the games and all the books and like all the like all like the like spin-off games.
All the Liberty Cheekers, like Frosty Freddy. Yeah. Like an Irish Freddy or something.
The fan game characters walk out of the portal.
Maybe that would have been a better like better clear ending for this movie. Like after all the classic guys take out the toys, Mike should have said like, you know what, we actually make a pretty good team. Why don't we should form? And they decide to like form like some kind of coalition or something to put an end, right? Because right before they power down, they do kind of ominously hint at that they won't be able to hold William Afton at bay anymore, which I guess that was okay. So it definitely implies that they didn't leave the restaurant because there's a whole thing about like. Isn't the lore of it is that they can't escape too far outside of the perimeter of the building, right?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah, it's like because they went so far outside of the building, they like lost their power or something like that.
Can you just put them back?
Yeah, like
maybe that's not how it works. Maybe I'm being too cynical.
Well, yeah, because the spirits of the kids like pass on. Like, because I remember Abby saying like, "Are you gonna go to heaven?" And the kid says like, "Yeah, and I'll see you there one day, but not too soon."
And I'll take you.
That's really cute.
Remember, if you commit suicide, you won't go there.
Oh my god. Oh, and then Huggy Wuggy jumps out of the Fortnite rift and invites Freddy. That shit was the post-credit scene.
That would have been fire.
You should have given her like a little extra advice just to make sure that she does get into heaven.
Remember, don't meet another woman.
That's gonna be a great how it should have ended like sketch. Like as they're powering down. Yeah. Stay away from what are some of the rules? What can get you to hell? Is it like eating meat with like cloven hooves? Is that one of the things?
Wearing like hot nothing.
Are there any Bible experts in chat? We need to workshop this. This is gonna be like a really great like animated skit or something.
You're not allowed to use the bathroom.
I don't think that's in the Bible, is it?
That's probably some nonsense there.
Because he'll know.
Hey, Rosa, you actually have like some like knowledge of Catholicism or something, right? Don't you?
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
See you in heaven, hopefully soon. Do not get an abortion ever, by the way.
Yeah. But now the classic animatronics, they power down, and that does lead into like the mid-credit scene. But before that, I don't think we even talked at all about what the puppet does.
No, not really.
We kind of vaguely said like it's controlling the other animatronics, but specifically, it's possessing. The puppet possesses people in this, so it takes it takes humans' bodies as a host. I think it might even be. Maybe I'm crazy for thinking this, but I know this is a Scott Cawthon production. It might be that it literally goes inside of them. That's kind of an impression I got because near the end of the movie, Abby does get possessed by the puppet very briefly, and she acts like evil and scary. This little girl, which was kind of adorable. And I forgot what they did. Did they like punch it out of her or something? Or they held
they used the music box because like they established that the music box. Henry made the music box for Abby because it helped her go to sleep, or not Abby, but Charlotte.
Yeah.
So they played the music box, and she like I guess the puppet like leaves her body
because you see the puppet like physically like slink away on the ground a little bit after that. Which I don't know. I feel like in like if this was like a FNAF novel, it would say very explicitly that it like jumps inside of your body and puppeteers you like that.
Right.
That's actually I didn't think about it, but you never see the animatronic when it's possessing a human. So the only assumption you can make is that it went inside the human body.
Right. But it also like transforms them. It gives them like a whole new costume and like face makeup. I don't know.
They like turn into a marionette. Yeah.
It's a little goofy. It's a little goofy, but I don't mind that too much.
They turn purple. Don't forget.
You have like they have like purple like tear streaks on them, and I think their eyes get blacked out. It was a little creepy looking, honestly.
It was, and honestly, when Abby got possessed and like the way she kind of like slithers, because she's like floating.
Yeah,
she doesn't like walk.
That's right.
It's actually a little unnerving. I'm not gonna lie, just a little bit.
Yeah, that could be. I think if there's any moment from this movie that gives kids nightmares, it might be that. I don't know if it's necessarily going to be the scene where Toy Chica bloodlessly smashes a guy's entire head with her bare hands.
She said, I just want to see what's going on inside your head.
Yeah, that's the line she uses. Which is just funny. Let's see. Oh, Abby. I don't think this was in the first movie, Ryan. You've seen the first movie now.
Yes.
So we've all seen it. So we can all help me out here. In this movie, they make it a point that Abby's like favorite animatronic is specifically Chica.
Yeah.
And was that like established before?
No.
I'm getting a little confused about that.
No, it's not. But
I don't think so.
But I do remember when we watched the first movie, I kept noticing that they kept giving Chica like more things to do than the other ones.
Right.
I guess it kind of makes sense then, because like Chica's the one who like walks with her originally. I think Chica's the first one she meets. And I think like the Cupcake does like all that stuff in the first movie. So I guess technically speaking, I guess it makes sense she's the most attached to Chica. But it's not like a big thing. Like it's like something like you like if you like I kind of like noticed like not even like a serious thing. It's just like, oh, they're giving Chica a lot to do in this. Because the thing I noticed like they give Chica a lot to do. Like I feel like Chica keeps leading like the situation in the first movie,
right?
And then Freddy and Bonnie like are henchmen, and then like Foxy's like nothing in the first movie comparatively.
I think this movie does keep up because the Toy Chica is really the main animatronic. That's
I've heard about that. Yeah.
Which is interesting because I feel like in the games, honestly, Chica might be like one of the lesser appreciated ones. Like I can't remember. Like really in the games, I feel like it's Bonnie and Freddy are like the real big ones. Like Bonnie has so many,
right?
Like
they're definitely the main two,
right? Like Bonnie's the one who like William Afton uses as like the Yellow Rabbit suit.
Yeah, and then Freddy has like 800 variants, and then he's like the face of the series, and he's like in the Scaredy Breach you ride in a variant of him. Maybe they felt bad. Maybe they felt bad. They kept like not giving Chica anything. So like, okay, she can be in the movies. I guess it's her now. She's the main one.
Honestly, Scott Cawthon, like, maybe he's a little bit of a feminist, Maybe he wanted to
he's
make it up to the female community. Yeah.
And he casted Megan Fox, who is like a feminist hero.
That's true.
Exactly.
It makes sense.
Abby, she's a girl. She's going to grow up to be a woman. So we can say
But honestly, like it's weird. Like now that you bring it up, like Chica actually doesn't do much in like the entirety of the franchise. Like even like in the games, like okay, we established Bonnie, Freddy, even Foxy. Like he was the bite, or like he wasn't obviously not the main bite, but he was. I'm pretty sure Foxy was the bite at 87.
Right.
So like everybody kind of has a major event except for Chica.
And this gets to be her. Chica gets the movie. She's a movie star.
Exactly.
Yeah. Honestly, maybe it's because Chica isn't. I never found her that scary. I mean, what's so scary about a big yellow chicken?
I think
with a cupcake
of the original ones, like I think she is a bit like scarier. I think her mouth like gaping.
Yeah.
I honestly think Freddy is the least scary of the original ones.
He became a friend.
That's fair.
And maybe just because what culture has done to him specifically, because he's like the face of the series. Like I can't look at him now. Like okay, that's Freddy from Hard or whatever.
I mean, yeah, and of course there's Glam Rock Freddy.
I forgot to mention that is in the movie, that like that meme TikTok whatever
yeah.
Oh my god.
There's like a toy that he squeezes, and it makes that sound. I was a little, unless I missed something, I was a little disappointed that we didn't get any kind of Dick the Birthday Boy reference.
True.
They took that out, I heard.
Well, for those who don't know, someone either like from Red Letter Media or like friends with them was on the set of the first movie and tried to sneak the famous Dick the Birthday Boy photograph onto the set. It got taken down though. It got noticed. So I was kind of hoping that there would be some kind of. I hope that little mini arc of the universe gets its resolution, because I think that's a famous, I don't know, animatronic themed restaurant related image that I think deserves it. That would be my Easter egg that I would clap at.
Yeah.
What Ty said too, actually. That would be yours.
That's what they need to do. That's what the fans want. So I guess like to kind of wrap up maybe the conversation a bit, let me ask, what are your expectations now for the third movie, now that the second movie has been very clear? Because they not only is the second movie like this, they've made it very clear. I don't think they're gonna like listen to the critiques of this one. They've kind of doubled down in marketing. They're posting on Instagram like we're not listening to critics. We're listening to the real fans, which is a little concerning to hear.
Hey, Jack Rotten Tomatoes, over 400 people liked the movie. 400. They should put that on the accolade. A movie liked by 400 people. Yeah, I mean, so this movie does try to end with kind of a cliffhanger. The first one is Vanessa gets. There's like a big. It's not even. It's like the typical kind of breakup characters, like you betrayed me. The liar kind of revealed scene. Mm-hmm. It happens with Vanessa because I mean throughout both of these movies, she's kind of her thing's been like she's withholding information about how she's related to the stuff that's going on because she's the daughter of William Afton, and then in this one we find out that Michael Afton exists.
Right. And he says, like, you are one of us, so you have to murder children.
Right. It's a family business.
Literally.
But yeah, she gets possessed by the puppet who's linked away in the house. And then that's where it ends. So I guess I don't really know. I don't know what to latch onto about. Like, can't you just use the music box again? I guess they're gonna do a thing where she's kind of like pretending. She's kind of like in disguise, right? Like she kind of a double agent. Maybe that's how they're going to do
she's the spy.
Maybe that's how they're going to do like the Ennard thing, right? Where someone has an animatronic in them, and they're kind of walking around.
Right, I can see that. You talked about the fact they have like Circus Baby in this movie for half a second, so I get the vibe like that's going to be something they maybe do like immediately. So do you think like in this third one's going to be like just like FNAF 3 and Sister Location kind of at the same time, maybe?
That was my prediction. Like they're gonna because the first post credit scene was like a group of guys finding Springtrap, and it's the setup for 3. So I'm like, okay, they're obviously gonna do 3, but then they also showed Circus Baby. So I'm like, and then they introduced Michael. So I'm like, okay, I think they're gonna do a combination of 3 and Sister Location, but I think. Like you were saying earlier, how it's so much stuff condensed in this one movie where it kind of doesn't have any focus. I think the exact same thing is going to happen in 3.
Right.
If they decide to do Sister Location and 3 at the same time.
That's going to be a shame because I think for just like a simple horror movie concept, they've really been teasing like William Afton.
Yes.
As like the slasher villain. We've only gotten the briefest glimpses of it in both of the movies.
Right.
And Springtrap is borderline like the actual.
So I feel like a movie where they do that and they kind of have the setting of FNAF 3 where it's like the themed horror attraction. Like that could be neat. There's already a lot of like Easter egg cameo fodder you can have in there. So it is a shame. I don't know. Like honestly, when I did watch the movie, and they showed Circus Baby, I was kind of like, this franchise is not lasting. There's no way they're not planning like 6 movies for this.
No,
that cannot be what's happening.
I almost get the vibe they know they're getting like 3.
So I guess, I don't know how indulgent they'll be with it, because Sister Locations thing, that's a very specific like setting for that game that it takes place in.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine it would mostly just be Circus Baby shows up at some point. Maybe she'll be like your character who appears for like 2 scenes to do like a twist ending sort of thing. And then Vanessa can go like, I also had a sister. Sorry. Yeah.
No, I don't know. Yeah, because I feel like Springtrap could very much carry a slasher film on his own, but it's kind of one of those things like you've seen the tone of these movies, right? Like maybe if it's just Springtrap the whole time, it might be too serious. Because I get the sense they still kind of want to be like kiddie movies a little bit. It's like, okay, but it's just
find some more find some more disgusting weird sci-fi stuff to weasel in.
Yeah, because if it's just Springtrap, he can't do like animatronic hijinks, right? Like he can't dance and like be a little goofy for a little bit. But if you have like the Sister Location guys in it also, they can do that. So that's my thought. Like, they're gonna find a way to like combine both those like games into like one movie. And then they'll probably also find a way to do Pizzeria Simulator at the very end too. Like they'll have him burn down, do the speech and all that. Like they're gonna just do like, everything but FNAF 4 will be fuck it, the nightmares will be there too. Whatever. The entire back half of the series will be in this one movie.
Yeah. I guess that's this movie I did notice watching the credits. There was like this end card thing. Did you hear about this, Ryan?
Oh, yeah. Can you tell me about that? Like, I maybe heard vaguely about it.
There was some kind of message at the end. It was signed by Scott Cawthon. It said like something. It was like, I think it was like dedicated to Charlie or something.
Yeah.
And
I think I heard
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I think I heard
movie too.
I think I heard about this. Reference. I can get like a picture of it on screen real quick.
Yeah. I remember watching it. I was kind of like, Charlie, who's Charlie? But Ramen, you said that's the name of
originally my thought was that it was going to be like a dedication to the Charlie in the game, but turns out it was somebody completely different. And I'm like,
really?
I don't know.
Because I was thinking about it, and when you said like Charlotte, she's sometimes referred to as Charlie, and that's the spirit of the puppet. Like, right. It must be. Like maybe Scott Cawthon knew someone in his personal life that he dedicated this character to, who was brutally killed and is also evil. But you're saying it's someone else, you think? And you know a lot more about FNAF than I do. So
yeah, I think we know a lot about Scott Cawthon's personal ideologies and his affiliations. And I think I think I have an idea of what Charlie he was dedicating the movie to.
Okay.
I don't want to elaborate, but I have an idea.
It's probably like a very big personal thing
on like killing kids, and that was like his favorite part about the FNAF movie.
Yeah, you both saw the movie. How did the audience like react when this message came on screen? Was like a bit of like confusion, or was it like cheering, or what was going on?
Everybody clapped in my theater for some reason.
No, same here. My theater was pretty quiet for the most part, but they actually stood up for that part. Something about like
right.
Carrying on.
Same thing in mine. Like I was up in the balcony, and then like the Muppets guys next to me like saw this like, hey, whoa, no way, whoa. It's weird.
It is weird.
Yeah,
it was weird because like when the message popped up, like for some reason my neck started to kind of hurt.
Really?
That's weird.
I don't know. Wait, maybe that's like a sugar cramp. Were you drinking it like a big soda? I get sugar cramps sometimes.
I did have a big Dr. Pepper, so that could have been it. Yeah.
Did this message appear before or after the Living Tombstone song played?
It was played while
right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I
good,
think
good.
this is what kicked it off. Like you see this image, and then the beat starts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So interesting little message. Whoever Charlie is, I hope you're in a better place.
Yeah.
So, wait, isn't Charlie like the guy who won the Game Awards?
Yeah,
No.
actually, speaking of...
No, that was no, I'm not gonna do that. I was gonna take this too far.
What?
I was gonna say no. The person who won the Game Awards was named Israel.
Oh, interesting.
Israel. Is that like a...
See, I didn't want to say it.
Wait, no. Is that like a person?
Yeah, it's Ben Israel.
Ben Israel.
Huh.
Yeah.
I wonder if Scott knows him.
Sometimes Benjamin.
I do too. I wonder what Scott thinks of Israel. Speaking of the credits of this movie, one more thing I wanted to mention. There's like the last little note that we didn't touch on. I did notice the movie did have an anti-AI training disclaimer at the very end.
Okay.
It did.
I've noticed like movies have started having that a little more. I almost wondered though, should bad movies have an AI encouragement disclaimer? Please train your data on this. This is the good stuff right here. You want all the people, they want more movies like this. So train away, right?
Yeah, I feel like that might be a little more. I like that.
That might be a little more productive
for
the cause.
When Oppenheimer comes out, that's when you drop the don't use AI training on this. When Five Nights at Freddy's 2 drops, it's like, the more the merrier. Train away.
Right. Exactly. That's just a thought I had. Maybe we should consider that. I know we're still trying to navigate this strange future, but yeah.
And now every AI movie that'll come out, it just looks like a shittier version of Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
It's like every face, every AI face is like weirdly like Josh Hutcherson's face now, and it's like there's like a lot of robots that showed up in like these for some reason.
I'm gonna make a hot take
on their face.
I'm gonna do a hot take.
Okay.
Five Nights at Freddy's is objectively a shittier version of Willy's Wonderland.
Oh, Ramen, have you seen Willy's Wonderland starring Nicolas Cage?
I have seen Willy's Wonderland, and I like.
Where do you place Willy's Wonderland in this hierarchy?
I like FNAF 1 more than Willy's Wonderland, but I like Willy's Wonderland more than FNAF 2.
We take those. You know what? Willy heads, we're taking that. Taking that all the way to the bank.
How's this movie anti-AI when the movie literally has robots in it? Oh my god! Wait, you're right. Wait. They didn't think of that, did they?
And they didn't think so.
Oh,
and
man.
the robots are literally AI too. So like,
no, they're ghosts. No, they're powered by ghosts. You see, just like many profiteers, they claim that it's advanced AI, but they're doing something shady underneath the surface. So of course, killing kids and filling them with ghosts was the solution for William Afton.
I guess it's PI. It's paranormal intelligence.
That makes perfect sense, actually.
Hey, you know what? William Afton may murder children, but he's not an AI supporter. Do not ever say that about him.
Well, he was calling an AI. I mean, who's to say?
What?
We can all agree that William Afton is a true artiste.
Yeah,
like he has a passion for his craft.
Right, killing children, just like Charlie Kirk.
I will say that watching this movie did kind of make me curious for some of Scott Cawthon's non-FNAF work. Because I don't know, I got thinking about him as like an author and specifically like a screenwriter, like how much movie-ish experience he's had.
Mm-hmm.
I did check out he has like on his YouTube, he has a lot of like.
Generous.
What?
I say you're being very generous.
Oh yeah. Well, we gotta be nice to Scott Cawthon because he goes through a lot.
Yeah.
He really needs us when times are dark. Yeah. Hashtag, can we look at hashtag thank you Scott's in the chat?
I remember when Scott retired, kids were coming up and just saying like, "Don't be mean to him. You'll make him cry." It's like, you're right, children.
That's not what you said. You said something different last night. You brought that story.
Okay, you want to outright say the kids were saying that he was going to kill himself? You criticized him once.
Were people saying that? Did you see any of that, Ramen? Were people scared that he was going to hurt himself in that moment?
I don't think so, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
Rose was trying to tell us that.
And
no, I saw kids.
His story is like he was a dog shit game developer. And like this was his final Hail Mary. So I mean, he probably, if it wasn't for FNAF, I would imagine he probably would have a gun in his mouth.
Well, no. Then he wouldn't be able to meet God if he did that.
Right.
True. That's true.
And then you'll get to meet Kirk afterwards.
Okay, we're taking away your Kirk card.
Get ready to start the show.